Okay, thank you guys for stopping by again. This is latest 247. So in this episode, we're talking about the son to El Rufai, which is the governor, who is the governor of Kaduna State, Nigeria. So El Rufai is a renowned person in Nigeria because of the previous positions that he has held in government, and then eventually he now moved over to become the governor of Kaduna State. So his son Bashir Elrufai actually took to his Twitter page and to post something saying that, okay, my wife is the greatest thing that has happened in my life. Every day I am glad I married someone or somebody a lot smarter than I am. Upon all my big head, men, men may not say it enough, but our women optimize our focus, and many times they never get the positive outcome of the focus provided. Now, this is in a way a little bit of a poetic statement, or kind of to say that, okay, women don't get all the credit that they deserve, and a lot of times after building, they don't get to enjoy it. But El Rufai is someone that has actually not had a very good relationship in terms of media representation of recently because of what has been happening in the state, in Kaduna State. The the Islamic police that has been operating in the state has been destroying things, and a lot of policies that have been instituted by the governor, the government itself, has actually been affecting the people in the state. And so, when the guy now came out, which is the son of the governor, to now say that he's married an Igbo lady known as Nwakaego, married an Igbo lady. So people start speculating, why did he do that? I mean, of course, you know that anybody can fall in love with anybody. I mean, if they love the person, they can fall in love. I mean, this is no no pun intended, but we know that that happens, and we've seen cases of whereby there is intertribal marriage, interregional marriage, and things like that. So it is okay in a country like Nigeria. People Igbo married Hausa, Hausa marry Igbo, and Yoruba marry Igbo, and all of that. So, but for this one, there's been a political angle to it recently, and people started, raising those kind of alarms that what is happening right now is actually politically inclined. I mean, if you look at someone like, let's say, the former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, and he's someone that is also into politics, but he was very systematic in his marriages. He was able to marry women from different regions, different regions in the country, Yoruba woman, an Igbo woman, an Hausa woman, and all of that. Married all them, all the tribes. So it was easy for him to move around, and it's still easy for him to move around now. It's easy for him to go to the east because, I mean, he's marrying one of their daughters. It's easy for him to come to the west. He's married one of their daughter. It's easy for him to come to the north. I mean, he's already in the north because he's also marrying someone from the north. So it is easy for him in terms of politics. He can get alliances because he already has connections to them. He can easily get an alliance in those regions when it comes to politics. So, looking at what Bashir has done, it goes to say that he might have a political ambition in the future. He might have a need, a desire to go into politics in the future. And, understanding how it might work out for him, he has begun to put things in place by marrying an Igbo woman. Now, if you marry someone from the east, you will see that when time comes and he needs something that has to do with politics, or he needs a certain political appointment or political position that requires votes or requires support from the east, it will be easy for him to get because he will be welcomed because he has married one of their daughters. So he can easily go there without fear, without worry, knowing that he will be welcomed, just as Atiku is welcomed in the east. Remember, Atiku contested for the last presidential election, and his running mate was Peter Obi, which is also from the east. You see how that actually worked for him, because Peter Obi, even though he might not have agreed with everything that Atiku has done in the past, or even his current state or current condition in terms of finance and fraud and everything, but he was still able to go with him because he's someone that is already connected to the east. And it was easy for him to move around the east, to get support from the east, to get assistance, to get alliances from the east because of that connection. Not because a lot of people like him. No, no. I mean, they still see him as one of the politicians that actually wrecked the country. But they still align with him because of that connection that he has wife from the east, and now he's aligning with the former governor that is actually very, very prominent in the east, which was Peter Obi. So it was easy for him to get access to the eastern region, and then add it to the northern region, and then add it to, he also has a wife, a Yoruba woman, Titi Abubakar, from the West. So it was also easy for him to get votes from the West. So, but the thing was just that Buhari was just stronger. I mean, Buhari was more fierce in terms of politics. There are a lot of things went down that cannot be accounted for. A lot of things that cannot be recorded happened. So Buhari still retained his presidency. Aside from that, Atiku would have won that election. We all know that Atiku would have won, but Buhari was much, much more stronger when it came to that kind of politics. So I think Bashir might actually be preparing for his future political ambition, and that is why he is doing this marrying an Igbo. I'm not saying he doesn't love her. Of course, if he doesn't love her, he wouldn't be marrying her. I mean, technically. So, but this love can actually be strategically placed, if you know what I mean, guys. If you know what I mean, this love can be strategically placed. So now he's and you remember he's from the north, he's a Muslim, so he's allowed to marry more than one wife. So Nwakaego will not be the only woman that he will be marrying. This might just be the first among maybe 5 or 4 women that he's going to marry. So eventually, I will not be surprised if by tomorrow he marries someone else from the West. I will not be surprised. I mean, we've seen this play out in Atiku. We've seen it play out in other governors and other people. Governor from the North marrying Osibanjo's daughter, and those marrying Ganduje. All those, I don't want to keep mentioning their names. Sometimes it even confuses me. But we had a lot of intermarriage from the West to the North. All those things are political alliances that these guys are sealing, and it's going to make it easy for them to compete when it comes to times of political rallies, political positions. It's going to make it easy for them. So Bashir Elrufai might actually be working towards the future. So we'll keep an eye on him, we'll keep a tab on him, and we'll keep you updated. When he starts making those moves. Right now, he's not making a strong move in politics, but the father is, the dad is, which is Nasir Elrufai. And we are hoping that he might be among those that will be presented for presidency 2023. We don't know yet. But there has been rumor, because he has continued to be very vocal. He's continued to support the president Buhari very, very much, spoken out for him. So it's actually, ringing the bell that he might be a good candidate for something. It might not be the president, maybe the vice president, because maybe they might want to feature someone else. Like I said in the other video about Bola Tinubu, the former governor of Lagos, possibly coming out as presidential contestant or aspirant in 2023 election. So they might use El-Rufai as the vice. I don't know. We were just speculating. But if that happens, you see that, okay, his son already has a connection to the east. Of course, the dad also has a connection to the east right now. And we don't know. The man also might even marry another wife from the east, from the west, and everywhere, and mix it up together. This is politics. It doesn't have to be pure love. It's politics and it is business. So that's what I got to say on this. I know these are a little bit tricky, a little bit insinuations and whatever you call it, but that's what I feel about it, guys. What do you think about this connection? What do you think about Bashir Elrufai marrying an Igbo lady? And of course, coming online to hail her, to praise her, to give her good accolades and things like that. People are happy that he's actually, praising the wife. But beyond that praise, beyond that initial gra-gra, like they say, what is beyond that? What is actually underlining that decision? We don't know. Maybe it's just pure love. We are just being speculative. Maybe it's just pure love. Don't mind us saying all this in bloggers and everything. But we try to see into the future. So guys, thank you guys for listening, and let me know what you think in the comment. Thank you.